Hi guys, I'm Shmi and hello to you from Cars and Coffee Lugano, where right now I am surrounded by some rather nice cars right at the side of Lake Maggiore in Switzerland. Now today's event has some wonderful machines all around me that we're going to check out before we get underway on a convoy later on. But first, let's just take a look around. As you can see, the weather is not exactly on side. It's been thunderstorming, it's horrendous out here, but hey, let's take a look around because there are some pretty awesome cars that have come to Cars and Coffee Lugano. But I'll get started just quickly with my FF that's been staying in Italy. It's been at the Rosso Corsa Ferrari dealership in Milan, so I picked it up and drove it back here, and it's awesome to be back at the wheel of that, which I'll be driving later on. But this is the Ferrari lawn where we're starting right now. So just quickly, FF and GTC4 Lusso, old and new, California and California T, old and new again. Then we've got two 488s at the end with the Scuderia 16M here, which is pretty special, a limited number of those. Then we get to the 458s, of which we have some Speciales, some regular cars, but this Speciale in Rosso Fuoco looks particularly nice, that dark red. Really cool colour next to the sort of launch spec car on the other side. This is a nice little lineup to have out on the lawn. Then on this side we have the 599s, so two 599s, and then a 550 on the other side. Then if I turn back around again, we have two Aventadors. So this car, the yellow car, is an LP720-4 50th anniversary, so a limited number of those. And then next to that, the Aventador SV Coupe in the satin grey, which is seriously quite menacing. So let's move on, where we get to a lineup that has changed slightly since earlier. The LaFerrari has been replaced by a Carrera GT here, but let's just talk about what we do have. The Ferrari F12 on that end. Next to that, the sapphire blue 918 Spyder, which in my mind is such an awesome colour for that car. Before that, the older generation, the Carrera GT, that manual V10, that gorgeous, gorgeous sound that car makes, and old and new parked side by side. Before we get to the F12 TDF, the 780 horsepower monster, Ferrari's limited series. Behind that, we have Mr. Cars and Coffee's Speciale with the tribute livery that we've featured before. Done a little drag race with that car before now. And beside that, an interesting design on this Alfa 4C2. This location is awesome. The weather not so much, but that's a Viper ACR, which is a bit of a beast, a track slaying monster, and not very common over here at all. I rarely see those. The special editions and rare cars continue. Here on the right, we've got the Lamborghini Gallardo LP570-4 Superleggera Super Trofeo Stradale, to use its full name, bit long-winded. And beside that, the new Huracan Performante. So I wasn't necessarily expecting to see one of these out and about, but the new Nürburgring record breaker with its raw carbon fibre that you can see if we come around here, and that really sort of raw natural finish, massive exhaust pipes, because why not? Those two each respectively special Lambos. A few more Lamborghinis, then we get to the AMG GTs, a CLK Black Series, which you don't see often as well. Then the new McLaren 720S, which is kind of cool to see out in its natural habitat, out alongside other cars. Looking forward to seeing more. I enjoyed my drive in one when I had the opportunity, beside the 12C 570S and a 675 LT Spyder. Another 4C, some Jaguar F-types, and if we swing round this way on the end, we have an Audi A1 Quattro, Gran Turismo, M4, M2, a rather low M3, and another M3 at the end as well. So the BMW crew, or the M crew perhaps I should say, lined up on that side. Swing back round and it is Porsche Central. So let's have a quick whiz down here. GT4 that we've seen a few times before. Then the Tech Art GT Street R, previous generation. GT3 RS, And then a soft spot for me, the new 911 991.2 GT3. So I've got one of those coming and I can't wait for it. What gearbox does this car have? Let's have a quick look. I think the manuals aren't out yet. Yeah, this one's a PDK, but more on my gearbox choice in future. But that car's looking rather neat there. Gets me a bit excited for mine. Then we've got a Turbo S, GT3 RS, a few more GT3 RSs and GT3s, and then plenty of Carreras. A Stinger, that's unusual there, top car Stinger. Many Porsches of different varieties as we come down the line. Lots of different oranges before we get to a camoed R8, which certainly stands out quite a lot right there next to a DB9 Lambo and 2 Bentleys, including the further one, which is a GT3R, which is another car that I actually really enjoyed driving when I took it out for an opportunity behind the wheel. I'm in the new GT3R. Based on the V8 model, but an awful lot of fun actually that you don't necessarily expect in a car like that. So it's time for me to head inside to our lunch venue, which is, I believe, up that way, and leave the cars for the moment before we come back out for the convoy later on. Before going in, I found the LaFerrari lurking here. It's been posing for some photos, but look at the colour of this thing, the satin light blue metallic. I've not seen another one like this, but obviously light blue is kind of my colour, so it's not surprising I'd like it. The red seats, very Superman-esque with the red and blue, but I think it looks really, really, really neat. It's from Kessel, the supercar dealership, but yeah, nice. Anyway, it's time for me now to head inside for a bite to eat. Very foolishly, I hadn't actually clocked that this is a new Supersports too, the Bentley Supersports. It's quite sort of subtle in that colour, but that's the 700 horsepower W12 Bentley. It's go time and the cars are getting ready to head out, but slight change of plan. My FF is being driven by Mark over there, and I am going to jump into the LaFerrari. So it's LaFerrari spontaneous ride time following the Carrera GT and the Speciale, and this is pretty awesome. So I'm jumping in with Ronnie Kessel from Kessel, the Ferrari dealership here in Lugano, in this gorgeous, gorgeous machine. Yeah, so let's step in. How are you?
Very good, and you?
I'm even better now. Thank you for this opportunity to join you in here.
You ready? We're going to explore the Canton Ticino.
Yeah.
So welcome to Switzerland.
Thank you very much. What a car. It's beautiful in this color combination.
It's amazing. It's a wrap actually.
Okay.
And
wow.
The sound of the Carrera GT.
Yeah, the V10 in that car.
It's something unbelievable.
V8, V10, V12 here.
Yeah. Oh. I used to have this one.
Carrera GT.
Yeah. I was in love. Yeah. Who's driving it? Wow. This is
that noise. So not only do we have those cars in front of us, but if we look in the mirror, the 918 Spyder is following behind, and then a line of supercars snaking away behind that, the F12 right behind. I hope Mark in the FF is somewhere in the convoy, but this is just awesome.
the lake, the car,
yeah,
the beautiful sun.
The whole thing where we are right now. Just look at the view. I almost didn't take that in properly, driving with these cars in this location. It's such a beautiful place. The sound of all the cars, because we've got the whole line behind us there in the tunnel. Oh my goodness. V10s, V8s, V12s galore. Now the coolest bit about this in the tunnel is that it is literally just the noises from in front, from behind of all the cars. making the most amazing sounds. Oh my goodness.
Let's try to find some good spots.
I like the blue a lot on that car. Following a Carrera GT and a 918 in a LaFerrari. Thank you very much for this opportunity. The view in front, the cars. Past the Kessel Ferrari dealership. Photos being taken. Here we are then, we're arriving, and there are quite a few people here as we come round. Wow, this is busy. That sounds. Did you expect so many people here?
No, it's amazing, huh?
This is quite a crowd. We've arrived then. The LaFerrari is heading on there to park, but I noticed that the FF was just 2 behind back there. That has been awesome. Have you had a good drive?
I'm Shmee. Everybody thinks that I'm Shmee.
Did you enjoy? Cool. And here we have noisy. And here we have all the cars lined up, parked here on the lakefront. This is really, really cool. Cars and coffee, as always, solid event. There's always one! You've done it! What a machine. So awesome to have come here in the LaFerrari. The other cars coming by. All attention on this though. Just look at the crowd around us here. Look at how many people turned out to see the arrival of Cars and Coffee. The healthy Spyder through the crowd. Followed by AMG GT, followed by Bentley Supersports. Nice. Then the 720S. The back looks really good on that. A late arrival at the event, we've got a 959 joining in red. Now those you do not see often at all, rejoined by the Carrera GT. That is very nice. 3 different generations of Porsche hypercar here now then, with the 918 as well. There we go then, what an awesome event and what a nice surprise to find myself in the LaFerrari for that drive. I did not see that coming at all, so a huge thanks to Ronnie for that opportunity. Just driving here to Lugano, where the cars are parked up now. There's a massive crowd right by the lake, beautiful scenery, a lovely, lovely location. There have just been some awesome cars on this. The Huracan Performante, the GT3R, Aventador SV, Aventador Anniversario, TDF. It just goes on and on and on. And then the late arrivals of the 959 with the Carrera GT as well. This has been, I mean, Cars and Coffee is always epic. The events I've been to in Brescia, Torino, they've always been incredible, and this has totally lived up to it as well. Joining Cars and Coffee here in Lugano, I'm definitely going to be back. This was amazing. I'm sorry if I've overused awesome and amazing in this video, because that's basically summed it up. What a day this has been. So big thanks to everyone for making this possible, for Ronnie, to Cars and Coffee, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. So thank you very much for watching. That is it for now, and I'll catch up with you again very soon. Cheers.